Hey students, this is video lesson 312. In this lesson we're going to learn how to use proportions to solve percents. Let's just do a little vocab work here. One way to work with percents is to set up and solve a proportion. When using percent proportion, you will know two of the missing values. And these four parts of the proportion have names, at least three of them do. You're always going to have a 100 because it's a percent, so it's always one out of 100. The percent goes over the 100. And then B is your part, and I'll talk more about that in a little bit. A is your whole. So think about proportions. Proportions is when you have two equal ratios, like 3 over 5 is equal to 6 over 10. When that happens, some special things happen. Notice that 5 times 6 is 30, and that this way we get the same product. So what we say are cross products are equal. And that allows us to find one missing value if we have the other three. So like we could, let's just pretend for a moment that the 6 is missing. And then think about how you might find that. So we know that 3 over 5 is equal to some number out of 10. And we know that 3 times 10 is 30. And we know that this number, 5 times n, has to equal that because cross products are equal. So we can find that out by just doing now 30 divided by 5. And we get n equals 6. All right, so that's the idea here. I'll just show you one more quick example here. So if you have, like, let's say 4 over 7 is equal to some number out of 14, then we know, since these are equal to each other, these two ratios, they're proportional, we know that 7 times n will equal 4 times 14. And 4 times 14 is 56. So that means n is 56 divided by 7, which is 8. So we can set up a proportion, we can solve it, and all percent problems, or most percent problems, can be dealt with by using a proportion. So let's skip to page 9 here. And down at the bottom here, we're going to do this problem. It says, consider this question, what percent of 150 is 6? And it says express the question as a proportion. Well, remember, in our proportion, we have a part, we have a whole, and it's equal to the percent over 100. In this problem, we're missing the percent, so we're going to use a variable to represent that. So where this percent is, we're just going to put the variable n. And the 100 is always there. And then we just have to figure out what is the part, what is the whole. Since it says what percent of 150, so it's like out of 150, that's the whole. Whatever it's out of is the whole. So out of 150. And the part is, we want to know what 6 out of 150 is as a percent. So 6 is the part. And so now we're going to multiply 6 times 100. Which is 600, and that's going to equal 150 times n. And so I'm just going to do 600 divided by 150. I'm showing my division like a fraction here, dividing both sides by 150. But so we get 600 divided by 150 is 4, so n equals 4. So, and then this was looking for a percent, so we're going to say in our answer 4%. All right. Let's go to page 11 now. I'm going to show you just a little bit different kind of problem there. Page 11, number 13 here. It says, consider this question. 5% of what number is 15? So we're going to do a proportion. So do that, put your 100 there. We're given the percent. We know the percent always goes over 100, so we're going to put that there. And we have to think about, is this number a part or is it a whole? So it's saying 5% of what number, out of what number, that's your whole. So this is the whole, the missing part, and this is the part. So 15 goes on top. Our missing number goes at the bottom. Using cross products, we get 5 times n is equal to 50 times 100, which is 1500. We're going to divide by 5, and we get n equals 300. So the answer to that one is 300. Let's do number 16. 16 is a little bit different. Again, we're going to set up a proportion to solve that. And we're going to have out of 100. This time we're looking for the percent, so we know the n is there. We have to just think about, is this the part or is this the part? Since it's out of 9, 9 is the whole, and 6.5 is the part. Now, if you want, you could just write that as decimal 6.5. So we're going to take 9 times n is equal to 6.5 times 100, which is 650. And then we're going to divide 650 by 9, and that equals, and that comes out to about 72.2%. All right, let's put that into work solving some problems now. Problems create a little bit different deal here. It's a little bit harder to tell what is the part and what is the whole. Let's go back to page 10 at the top. It says that in an aquarium, 15% of the fish in the tank are angelfish. There are 21 angelfish in the tank. How many fish are there in the aquarium tank? Show how you found your answer. So let's set up our proportion. We know it's a percent, and that goes out of 100, so our 15 goes over 100. Now we have to think about the number 21. Is that part or whole? 15% of the tank are angelfish. There are 21 angelfish in the tank. So that's part of the whole amount of fish in the tank. So you have to think about that a little bit. So 21 out of all the fish, and maybe you want to use half per fish or whatever there. So now we're going to do 15 times f is equal to 21 times 100, which is 2100. And then we're going to divide 2100 by 15. And that equals, we take 140. So there's 140 fish. All right. Let's do one more problem here. And we'll call it a wrap. Let's do number 8 here. The largest land animal, the African bush elephant, may weigh as much as 8 tons. I'm going to underline 8 because that's one of our numbers here. However, that is only about 3.9% of the weight of the largest animal. Oh, blue whale. How heavy can a blue whale be? Show how you found your answer. Let's go ahead and use the proportion again. Percent goes over 100, so that's 3.9. Our other number we have is 8 tons. And we have to decide whether that's part or whole. Since the blue whale is the bigger animal here, the elephant's weight is only part of that. So we're going to put 8 over n for that. And so now we're going to do 3.9 times n using cross products equals 800. So we're going to have to do 800 divided by 3.9. And that comes out to about 205 tons. That's how much a blue whale weighs. All right. We'll use these strategies in class next time we meet. See you later.